Well, that was a high-level college basketball game. I think it was as good as advertised. We knew that Oregon was going to come in here and give us their best shot, and I feel like certainly from an effort standpoint, they did. They didn't maybe play as well as they're capable of playing or they've played in the past, but I think our defense had something to do with that. And you beat a good program, a nationally ranked program, deservedly so, talented program, talented players. But they're young and they're learning. But that team went into Michigan, won at Michigan. They, represented the conference well down in the Bahamas. I've got great respect for Coach Altman, and he's a heck of a basketball coach. And we beat a good team tonight. So played well. I would just say anybody that wasn't at the game tonight, you missed a heck of a game. And this team, this Colorado basketball team, is worthy of 8 more games like the event center was tonight in terms of packed, enthusiastic. Our crowd helped us win this game, and I thank them for that. And I just would beg them to come back Sunday at 4 o'clock because we're going to need to, we're playing a very good Oregon State team then, and this counts as 1 win. If we would have lost, it would be 1 loss, but it's nice to get off to a good start against a really good basketball team.
Unselfish play of the team last week against Iona.
Yeah.
I feel like you see all the same things tonight.
Yeah, our guys are really sharing the ball. They're moving the ball. They're looking for each other, and this team really has a connection on the floor and off the floor, and I think that's key. They really love each other. They pull for each other, and I thought you can see our offense getting better and better and better over the last 3 or 4 games, and we've talked about the quality practices that we've been able to have that has helped us do that. So, this is an unselfish team.
I know we've talked about McKinley ad infinitum since he got here, but after that technical foul tonight, he comes down and Oregon has some momentum right there.
Yeah.
He comes down and just kind of takes over the game.
Yeah, it's a 4-point game, and he hit the pull-up 3 at the top to put it to 7, got the crowd back into it. We needed that. Big players make big plays. McKinley Wright is as big time of a clutch performer as I've ever coached, and I can't say enough. We got to play smarter. Tyler Bay cannot have that technical foul. He deserved it. He made a hell of a block, and instead of woofing at somebody and trying to show him up, sprint your tail down and maybe get a trail 3 or maybe you get a dunk in transition. But there's no room for that. Unacceptable. We got to play smarter down the stretch. We took 2 really bad shots at the end. Deshaun Schwartz took a bad 3 that went in. Shane Gatling took a bad 2 at the rim that didn't even get to the rim. I mean, we got to play smarter than we did down the stretch. But overall, this is a heck of a basketball game, and I'm really proud of our guys.
This is just another game.
Yes.
Did you just beat the number 4 team on your home court conference opener? Does it have a little more emphasis, you think, after it's over?
I think it does to our team, but our players. But again, we're 1-0 in league play. We're not 2-0, or we're not 1.5-0. We're 1-0. It's 1 game, and I had to say that to myself before the game. And I want our fans to understand it. Oregon State counts just as much as Oregon does. And I know the national ranking and people, the Ducks are got a lot of respect nationally. So I knew our players would be ready for that. These are the games you don't have to get your guys up for and ready. Sunday, I got to do a good job getting our guys up and ready to play. And not that because Oregon State came in here in this building last year and beat us. So we can't let that happen again. And they're a quality team with quality players. And, that's what, I believe this team has a chance to do something special this year. But it's only going to happen is if we take every opportunity as they come and cherish and relish it and get up for it. That's my challenge as a coach.
Shane's bad shot at the end, but throughout most of this game, his shots haven't fallen the last 2 games.
Yeah.
He's earning big minutes by assists or rebounds.
Yeah.
Is he earning those minutes maybe more so than he would have last year?
I think so. He did a great job defensively on Mathis tonight. And that's something we've constantly been challenging Shane with is on the defensive end. It's not he's a good shooter. I want him taking good shots. The 3s he took and he missed. I'm fine with it because I know he can make them. But we challenge our guys all the time, whether it's Shane, whether it's Deshaun, whoever, Lucas. What can you do to help this team win a game that doesn't involve shooting the basketball. And Shane tonight helped us win a game because of his defensive, job on Mathis, who was 7 for 10 against us from 3 when we played New Mexico last year. I mean, he killed the Buffs, and Shane did a really good job tonight, as did Dalen and, Maddox when he came in. I thought our bench really helped us. But, yeah, Shane's earned the minutes, and he's got to play a little smarter down the stretch. But
Like you said, you have great respect for him, and he's been one of the standard bearers of the last week. To have that mark of them never coming in here, what does that mean?
doesn't mean anything to me. I think it means something more to them than it does to me. Because our staff, we talked about it before the game. Like, again, other than Peyton Pritchard and Will Richardson and the Okoro kid, not one of those Duck players was part of any of that past. So it's new teams. It's a new year. It's a new deal. I don't get into that stuff. I'm aware of it, but I'm not, it doesn't concern me. What concerns me is being ready to play and taking advantage of every opportunity. And, the one thing I know is our players get up to play Oregon. I know that. And Coach Roan and I were assistant coaches at Wichita State for 6 years together when Coach Altman was the head coach at Creighton. And now he's been at Oregon, I've been at Colorado. So very familiar with their style of play and what they try to do, and so that familiarity helps us as coaches. But again, our players, they're not familiar with that. They got to get ready for it every single game that they play.
Does on offense, maybe it's fair to say his defense sometimes can get overshadowed.
Way overshadowed.
With him on Pritchard tonight, what you see, and do you feel like he added to his resume on defense?
Yeah, McKinley Wright is the most underrated defensive player in the country. I'm telling you, that guy can guard. Now, Peyton Pritchard's a hell of a player, big-time player, and he got McKinley a couple times off the dribble tonight, but McKinley made him work for everything he got. He really did, and he does not get enough credit for being a lockdown defender, and it's every night. McKinley Wright gets the other team's best perimeter player every game, not just against Oregon and Peyton Pritchard. He gets it every game, and so he rises to that challenge. And that's what makes him so special to me, is he plays both sides of the court, and he's a very underrated defender, without a doubt. I think if I don't know, like, my memory's not very good sometimes, but I think Tyler Bay was on the all-defensive team last year, right? I think he was. McKinley Wright is our best perimeter defender. I mean, no disrespect to Tyler. Tyler's an unbelievable shot blocker, and he's a great defender. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. But McKinley Wright is a big-time defender.
And she held the team, they were shooting 50% coming in. I think
Yep.
they were 34, 35 in the first half, and they upped that average down the stretch. So
Yeah.
that's good defense as you played.
It's first half, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, they had 0 threes. They made 3 for the game. If we do that against Northern Iowa, we win by 15. So, yeah, our defense was fantastic. We guarded the three-point line, which was one of the biggest things. The two things on the board for us defensively was transition defense, which we did a bad job of late after free throws in the last 40, 50 seconds of the game, which drives me nuts. But for the most part, did a good job in transition. When they made their run in the second half, it was transition defense. But we did a great job of guarding the three-point line all night long, especially in the first half. Because they were averaging 9 threes a game coming in, shooting 41% from the three-point line as a team. They were third in the country as a three-point shooting team coming in this game. So to hold them 3 for 17, pretty darn good. 3 for 18, take that every night.
If you look at these last couple of games against Dayton and Oregon, you go to Chicago against a highly rated Dayton team that's motivated to beat you based on what happened last year in the NIT. Now you take on Oregon, you know a team that knows about the history, knows they haven't won here. They were motivated to beat you. And yet your team's been able to weather the storm both times. Have they proved anything to you maybe you didn't even know about, their collective will? Or
I've said it from day one. This is a special team to coach. I love them, and I loved them after the Kansas loss. I loved them after the Northern Iowa loss, even though we were disappointed in both those. So whether we win, whether we lose, has no bearing on how I feel about these young men. I love this team. I love coaching them. I said that last year. Say it this year. We added, Dallas is back. Maddox Daniels is added. We have great kids in that locker room who I love coaching. So it's a special group. We have a saying in our film room. respect, it's right up on the wall every day. Respect cannot be learned, purchased, or acquired. It can only be earned. And the win against Dayton in Chicago and the win tonight against the Oregon Ducks should earn some respect. And if it doesn't, we got to beat Oregon State on Sunday. But we have to earn that respect, and I think we're in the process of doing that. We were in the top 25 for a minute, had a couple tough losses. We dropped out, haven't been sniffing it back. We don't get the respect, but we have to earn that respect. You can't beg for it. You can't go buy it. You just got to earn it. You earn it by these kind of wins and playing consistent basketball, which this team is, and getting better as the year goes on. We've gotten better the last 3-4 weeks, without a doubt. And I'm really proud of these guys.
Technical, Tyler's rebounding.
Yeah, Tyler was great. Yeah, he rebounded, he defended, he blocked shots, he scored the ball. The looks he had, the 15-footers in the first half, I loved him because he can make that shot on a consistent basis. But yeah, the only thing I'm disappointed in Tyler is that technical foul. But the rest of his game tonight, he was terrific. Passing, he keeps getting to be a better passer. He made a really big time play to Evan. I think Evan got fouled. Tyler would have turned that thing over or shot a bad shot, maybe as short as 3-4 weeks ago. But tonight he made the play and passed it to Evan. He's becoming a willing passer and starting to take pride in that. And that's part of the playing together that I think the first question was about. I mean, it starts with your best players.
Turnovers tonight, it really seems like the last couple games you've really been able to put that problem in the rearview mirror. And McKinley has said that he really feels like everyone's kind of just slowing down, taking their time, not forcing things on the court. But is it, from your perspective, is there more to the equation than that? Like, what's kind of led to you guys being able to just shelve that?
Part of it's slowing down. Part of it's just making simple plays. I think that's the biggest thing, is slowing down, making simple plays. I mean, that's all we have to do. And I don't know how many of the turnovers were offensive fouls, but that part has got to be from slowing down. But yeah, if 11 or lower is our number. When we hit that, good things happen for us.
And how much untapped potential is there that we haven't seen or that you coach?
Dalen's going to be a good player. He needs to, I think, work a little bit harder on his game, before practice and after practice. But he's got great open court speed. He can really finish at the rim. He didn't, he had trouble finishing tonight, but I loved his minutes. I thought Dalen really played well when he came in. He's got the ability to be a good defender. I look at Dalen, Deshaun, I look at the jump that Deshaun made between his sophomore and junior year and how big of a jump he made, confidence-wise and just the way he defends and rebounds and shoots the ball. That's what we need for Dalen. But we don't need to wait for his junior year. To me, I want him to start that now, that transformation, because he is, you mentioned untapped potential. He's the epitome of that, because Dalen's got all the skills and tools to be a really good player in this league. And he's gonna. It's a process. I got to be patient with him. He's got to be patient with himself. But I think putting in the time and the work is, nothing comes without that.